I'm Tim Evans with Crack Eraser, and this video I'm doing for Windshield Wizards up in Denver. And what's your phone number, Eric?
720-999-2424.
Okay, for his website, so that's his phone number. But we're going to show how to do a crack when there's multiple cracks. This windshield's about $1,000 because it's got a heater grid all the way through. That's how Range Rover, Land Rover does it. And it's got an antenna in there, so I'm sure it's a $1,200 windshield or something like that. And we got a crack that goes two different ways, so we're going to try to, what we have to do, we have to stage it. We're going to fix this crack down to about here and cure it, and then we're going to fix this as a separate crack. And we wanted to do a video for his website and for the Crack Eraser channel. All right, so here we go. That's all right. So first thing we have to do is we need to put stops on the crack. So we're going to use the Crack Eraser exact stop, drill stop method. Exact drill stop method. And you can talk too. I mean, they can hear you better inside, Aaron.
Okay, so he's going about 2/16 above the crack, and he's gonna pop a bullseye.
And these windshields tend to run a little thicker.
And what he was saying, that these Range Rover windshields are pretty thick, so you need to make sure you get down to the right depth to be able to get that bullseye. And there it goes. You can see it right there. So the nice thing about what I have, I live 45 minutes from Tim, and I've done a bunch of research, and I chose Tim to go with for windshield repair, and he is a wealth of knowledge. And takes him about 45 minutes to drive up to Monument from Littleton, Colorado, and working with Tim has been a great experience. And if you want to get into this business, he's a 30-year veteran, knows what he's doing, and just a wealth of knowledge. And I've got about 1,000 repairs, I would say, underneath my belt, but they're practice repairs. I built a stand and gone through about 4 or 5 windshields and just peppering them up and just repairing, but it comes to the point where you need to work on real cars, and that's why I like to come up and work with Tim and fine-tune the craft. And so he's loading up his dual injector right now. The dual injector, in one barrel he uses a 45 resin, he calls it 45, and then the second barrel he uses a thicker resin, which is he calls it the C resin for the longer cracks. And it's interesting because the thinner resin goes in first and it wets the crack, and then the thicker comes in behind it, and it's kind of a dual mixing system. And so he just put up his shade, and now there's the dual injector. So he's going to repair one of the cracks first, let it cure, and then he's going to go on to the second one. So there's the barrel, the double barrel. So he's got the 45 barrel on the crack currently.
I'm going to flex a little from the inside because I didn't do the 2-hole method, just to speed things up here. This one's going to be tricky. There we go.
There it goes. Very thick windshield, these Range Rovers.
Yeah, and just where this crack's on the edge here. It's a little problem. There we go. Now we're into the gap. Alright, so there we go. So we either could have used the 2-hole method with the dual inject crack eraser dual injector, or you got to flex. The flexing is a little tricky, but interesting how it went. I probably should have flexed it on down further because it kind of stopped on us. Sometimes just a little teeny bit will be just enough to, yeah, without messing up what we just did.
And usually, one thing I learned from you, Tim, is those vertical cracks, they tend to be tighter.
They're harder, and especially where this is at. It's tricky, but I'm just barely putting a little pressure because I don't want to mess up what we just did to get it to go, and now it's behaving. There we go. And what we want to do, we want to use the thick resin and stop right there. We don't want it to go up into that part if we can help it. So now we're going to cure this part. We got a pretty good repair. 2 little teeny spots of air, but with something like this, you're not going to get perfection. But we want to get the best repair on this part, and I got the grease right down by there, but I didn't get it in the crack, so we should be okay. So I think I'm actually going to pull this tool so it can cure good, because I don't want to run back through the grease, so I'm going to pull this without disturbing the crack.
So this is what it looks like to the side. You can't see it. And then this is looking at the crack right on it. So as you move off to the side, it just disappears. He's carefully taking off the tool as not to disturb the crack.
What I might be able to do is just turn the injector off the glass and just kind of spin it out of the way without flexing it. Okay, that'll work actually. That way we can keep we can just flip it around and probably just go right across. Or we could go on this side, and I think this side would be better, so I'm going to go ahead and pull the tool. We could, once it cures, run over that, but I just think the way this crack is, we're going to have better luck swinging on this side and keeping the seal on the dual injector seals. Actually, I think may have enough resin here too to make this work. So I'm going to put pressure on the tool close to the edge because I don't want to flex the crack we just did in case this isn't cured. So I want to back the dual injector off most all the way. Slide out there. Then we're going to adjust the dual injector tool back down. We're going to have the 45 in front again. The 45 is the thin resin. I'm going to go back to shading just this part of the crack. I'm going to let the sun keep working on that part, although it should be mostly cured by now. Our resins cure very fast. We got that. So we could have done the 2-hole method, but I think flexing this will work. So I'm going to get on the inside. Which doesn't usually take too much to get it to go. We're fighting a lot of magnesium chloride or the salt brine they're putting down in Colorado, and I'm sure this crack has some contamination in it. You know, I told the lady this is not going to be perfect, but you know, she just wants to save this expensive windshield. So a lot of the repairs we do aren't necessarily going to be perfect, but they don't have to be, right? Now once we get down in the gap, that's when we need to have the thicker resin, so we want to make sure that injector's on there, but we got the thin to go over the chip. And that's the beauty of having the dual injector. If anywhere it's tight, like in the chip, we have thin resin coming out. So that's perfect. Okay, now we're going to let all that cure.
"11 minutes it took him to do that." So this is what this one looks up, kind of up higher. Just disappears when you look at it from the side. This is what this one looks like again. It's curing in the sun. So just kind of carefully scraping off the grease, not disturbing the crack. See how that resin is already cured right there that it was scraping off.
Okay, we need some pit fillers.
Look how good that looks. This is kind of the driver's perspective right here. Just going to pit fill the different
So anyway, since the nice thing about the dual injector, like I said, is you got thin resin in the first barrel and very thick resin in the second barrel, because cracks are tight at the tip, and as you go to the edge they get gappy, really gappy, especially when they're on the edge on a windshield that's curved around the edge. And then you've got the thin resin coming out for the chip, so it doesn't matter where the crack is gappy or where it's tight, the dual head injector is going to take care of that. And this is actually coming out pretty good. I think this crack here, once we clean it up, is going to look pretty darn good. The other thing I think would be a good idea is I think we should drill and tap a wet bullseye on this leg coming down, so it doesn't start our next one.
So it looks like there's a possibly a fine little leg right here. And what he's going to do is something called the wet bullseye. He drills the end of that.
Oh, hard to see it.
Yeah, it's really hard to
pretty
see.
good, didn't it? But I think
I can barely see it. Yeah,
right there. Okay.
yeah. It's really. Kind of a little bit of a silver to it, but just a precaution. So what he does, his collet, it's a patent pending collet, and it allows him to drill down to a perfect depth without going to the plastic, and it's kind of a fail-safe system he's got going. It's pretty neat. And he's going to do what's called a wet bullseye. He adds a little bit of resin, and he's going to use that resin. He's going to tap it and then slowly pull out the needle, and it draws in the resin into the bullseye. And then he lets it cure, and it puts a stop on that possible leg. Or that leg that possibly might run. Just going to clean it up. Here's from the driver's perspective again.
Yeah. So anyway, the crack eraser exact drill stop method and call it makes things definitely makes the hardest thing, which is getting the right depth to tap bullseyes. It just makes that a no-brainer. So this did pretty good. It had some contamination up in there. I could tell that's why I was having to flex it, because the crack had been there a while, and we keep using mag chloride for the roads and the salt brine. But it's all out of our view. This is not near as glary as it used to be, and this, I feel really good that we've got it all stopped. We've got this crack stopped, we got that stopped, we got the leg stopped on the chip, and it filled in. So like I said, cosmetically this is not going to be a really beautiful repair, but it's functional, and that's what most people want, and I think she'll be very happy. And we're getting $100 to do this. Took us, what, 15-20 minutes. So I'm Tim with crackeraser.com. You can reach me at 719-331-5966 for training and tools. And Aaron, go ahead and give them your information.
Yep,
again.
my name's Aaron, and I'm the owner of the Windshield Wizard. You can check me out. My website's being built currently. It's going to be thewindshieldwizard.com. My phone number is 720-999-2424.
And what area do you cover up in Denver?
Littleton, Lakewood, Denver, Inglewood.
Okay, so a lot of Denver, Colorado. All right, I hope this was helpful. Again, I'm Tim Evans with Crack Eraser. Thank you.